Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, gamers of all ages, welcome to this Tric Trac TV, this unboxing Tric Trac TV in fact, and today we're going to talk and show you this, Fireteam Zero. Now this is a kickstarted game back in about 2014 and it's just starting to be delivered to all the backers. It's a dungeon crawling sort of mashup between Inglourious Basterds, the Tarantino film, The Thing and Hellboy. So it's already got quite a hook theme-wise. Now, this is a big game, and what I mean by big game is it's a big game. Just to give you an example, Armada, which some of you already know is quite a large box, this is even bigger. Quite a bit bigger, in fact. So let's have a look at what's inside, what takes up all that space. With a bit of luck, you won't be disappointed. So, get this bad boy open. Up, there we go. First of all, we're greeted by this. Now this is the box that holds all the minis. It's got the Fireteam logo Zero printed on in a nice fashion. Up, nice way to, in fact, rather a nice thing to see when you first open the box. Inside it, all the miniatures are nicely kept in thermoform plastic. So for those of you that like to paint your miniatures, this is brilliant for transporting them. The miniatures themselves are really nice detail. The plastic they use came out fantastic quality, a nice level of detail, but still nice and rigid. And what I am quite impressed about with this one is normally when you get plastic models with thin parts, say, you know, spears, that kind of thing, bows and what have you, well, these ones, they all seem to be pretty good. I mean, this guy, for example, where his arms aren't that thick, they all seem to be pretty much, well, they all seem to be pretty much perfect. No hot water or bending needed at all. This guy's an even better example because his arms are quite weedy. Yeah, I mean, it's quite surprising to see in this kind of game, with this kind of plastic miniatures game, that they're not bent all out over the shop. So that's the monsters. Then, of course, you have the heroes, who are slightly smaller. But once again, lovely level of detail and sculpting on all of these. And then finally, inside the box, no, that's the wrong way around. There we go. We have the monsters, the big bad guys, massive chunks of plastic, but once again, really nicely sculpted, really nicely molded, come to you in perfect condition. It's great. As far as model quality goes, it's actually above a lot of things you get nowadays. So they've done a really good job on that. Anyway, miniatures aside, next up we have the rulebook, which once again, a lot of work went into laying this out. So it's nice and colourful. It's got a bit of fluff in it. Oh, excuse me. Bit of fluff in it. It's got all the examples, lots and lots of nicely laid out examples and what have you. So it's a fairly clear, easy game to understand. Then we have the campaign guide. Now this game comes with 3 campaigns, each with 3 missions. And there's a little extra for the campaign mode in there, but we'll get to that in a moment. Next up we have the monster track. Now this is kind of like a turn counter, but also the monsters get more powerful the longer the game drags on. So this is to keep track of that. Now while we're at it, this is the French version, which is why this is written in French. I'll get the English one soon. Next up, tokens. There's not that many for a dungeon crawling game. A lot of the mechanics they get through cards and the actual rules itself. So you've only got 1 punch board, easy, not a load of cardboard to punch out and store. Then we have the map tiles. Once again, really good quality, nice thick punch board, pretty good. Lovely artwork, Loic Musée worked on these, so you've got a nice variety of different settings, whether it be a town, a sort of underground secret base, forests, loads of stuff, enough to keep each campaign nice and refreshing. Then finally, we have the thermoform at the bottom of the box. This contains, first of all, a CD. What is on the CD? What are those anyway? It contains voiceovers, briefings for each mission of the campaign. They actually had a voice actor come in and do a voiceover for each campaign as if it was described by one of the team members, which is a really nice touch, get you into the game, little bit of immersion, great stuff. Then we have the Lucky Metal coin. Now for those of you that know the game, this was meant to be in cardboard, it originally was, but they managed to fund it enough to get a metal one. So this came out really nicely molded. I won't say there's as much detail on the plastic miniatures, but for a metal coin, it looks great, it feels nice, and once again, just a nice bit of extra for the game, so to speak. Now, we have all the different cards for each character class, for searching, for the monsters, everything is in there with a little bit of space to stock all of the different tokens. And what's great is this is actually nice and deep, so you can stock all of the cards and all the tokens you get in all the other expansions. There are, I believe, 2 other expansions on the way, plus all the goodies you get from the Kickstarter campaign, so everything should be able to be stored, miniatures outside of course, in this box, which is really good to see. That's about it, I think. That's all there is in the box. I say that's all there is. There's a lot of gameplay in here. We're not going to go into that today because this is just an unboxing. But I hope the material has impressed you as much as it has impressed me. I've already played a couple of games with this. It was a project that I personally backed. I am definitely very happy with my purchase, but I will tell you all about that in another video. Until then, thanks for watching. Have fun playing. Bye.